His role is to keep people alive, except his mom.
Teo.
That's gonna be a cold open.
I mean, he kind of sucks at his job.
March Madness. So Snow got captured, if I remember correct.
Yeah, that's what really pissed me off at the end of the last one, was he got Shiva without having that, like, personal come-to-Jesus moment, and you're supposed to have a fucking come-to-Jesus moment.
Yeah, well, I just think that's good character writing in general, if you have a series of trials and then you gain something from it. I think that's usually...
How much cash do we have?
You have 3,000.
I mean, all I care about is tricking out lightning, so fuck all these guys.
Okay, that's fair. Unicorn Mart, I think you can buy Phoenix Downs. Yeah, you can. Oh, there are 1,000. Ooh, boy.
All right, well, I still got 5 of them.
You still got HUD. Just make sure people don't go down. We want to be the DC in this game. We don't want them to go down like Batman.
Batman needs to sack up.
Batman does need to pleasure Catwoman, I agree, but that's not the issue at hand here.
I mean, it really could be. I think.
Yeah, I'll highlight.
I think that would like chill lightning out a little. Oh, she's back in the party.
Yeah, welcome the only good character back.
Would it kill her to smile?
Whoa, Fang is pretty cool.
She's okay. Yeah. Oxen, now you're just lightning.
Okay.
Oh no, now you're.
Oh god.
Oh good, now we don't have to deal with Hope, thankfully. Unfortunately, all your shit's changed, and you have to fucking do it all now.
Yeah.
What a great game.
Hang on.
What's up? No, you can't. You have to keep playing as Saz. They want you to keep playing as Saz. You don't get to play. You don't get to play as a good character. You need his own. I actually like Saz though.
Saz is fun.
Yeah, he's fine, but unfortunately, he is also a downer boy in a party that's full of downer boys.
That's true. I mean, his kid's getting turned into crystal.
I mean, this is a true statement. I'd probably be pretty down too if that was the case. And like he seems to be like, he seems to be pretty devout in his religious beliefs and stuff too. So it's like he's having a conflict of crisis and stuff too, and that's his whole arc, if I remember correctly. From 3 months ago when we last played it.
Yeah, he's not really okay with everything that's going down here.
Yeah.
I guess you would call this place a theocracy, even though it's got an elected council, because it's got like a pope that's like essentially ruling it, but he's like not overtly overtly ruling.
Well, I mean, I think there's a religious autocracy to it too. Probably. I think North Korea works exactly the same way, because don't they treat Kim Jong-un as a god?
I mean, I think technically nobody thinks he is, but also...
I think there's a certain amount of it that kind of is and kind of isn't.
Well, there's a certain amount of the citizenry... Oh, wait, I finally got a fucking commando.
Oh, so now you want to battle?
I want to see if this actually works, or if this is still just a shit show fight.
I think you should be better now to have a commando, presumably. Because, like I said, you can keep the gauge higher. Assuming you're all attacking the same person, which is questionable at best.
I think everybody attacks the same person when you
I think that's correct. I don't know for certain.
That has to be.
But yeah, no, I can't wait to hear more about your Xenoblade journey whenever you decide to go on it. Because unfortunately, you stopped playing Xenoblade 1 at the least interesting portion of the entire game. Which is...
I've heard Ryan say it's Ryan time and what a bunch of jokers like 40 times.
Yes, like, and prepare to hear that.
Session.
Prepare to hear that 900 more times at the very least before the end of the game. And obviously, you get more party members, so like you can sub Ryan out. So, but also,
why would I ever sub Ryan out? Then I have to hear somebody else's shitty voice lines.
I mean, this is also
Ryan's glorious
ones. You can play as Melia, the best character.
Is she the sniper?
No, she's the magic girl.
That the one that dies right in the opening?
Nope, that is Fiora.
Oh.
Yeah.
She gets better, right? I feel like she gets better.
I'm not gonna say a word.
Look, I know this director's
You know RPG tropes. Yeah, it's very true. And it's not like...
Did you... Whoa, okay.
Okay.
Relevant here. Did you watch the TikTok I sent you?
I saw you send me a TikTok, and I have no idea what the fuck it is.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Okay. I will link this in the video probably here so people can see what he sent me. So this way, if you want to know what it's like to be Rob's friend, you can feel a little bit of what it's like.
Most people have to pay for this experience.
That's true. Yeah, you can be his Patreon here. It's whenever Kikyo resurrects for the 50 lengthened time.
So I have some shocking news. Very shocking. You might want to sit down. Kikyo is still alive.
Okay. I assume this is a Yashahime thing.
Did you hear what I said?
No, it's a
I'm
Inuyasha
sorry.
thing.
Let me just,
But
Oh.
Oh, wow. Really? She is? Again? My God. I must say, this hasn't gotten old. Honestly, I'm wondering why the fuck we keep a shrine for this bitch if she ain't gonna use it by dying. I
Oh,
don't get it.
damn.
I'm happy or disappointed? Tired. The operative word is tired because my sister has single-handedly taken all meaning from the grieving process. Please stop updating me on her ever-changing mortality. By now, I don't care. But that's your sister. I don't care.
Okay. Well, that
also
that
accurate
sure
for
is a thing.
Yashahime. It's relevant
Okay. Well,
to the Xenoblade.
We. Oh well. I mean, it's not a spoiler to say that because you probably have seen her in Smash Brothers or something.
Oh, I don't know. I just knew from the first time going and playing it. I don't remember.
Gotcha.
Or she was in like the trailer past the cutscenes.
Well,
that
Nintendo's
were...
shown the trailer where she comes back.
Oh yeah, okay, then
So
that's what it was.
I'm sure it's probably the case. Like they actively promoted that like for a while. Like it's I mean it's a good twist when it happens. But yeah, no. Yeah, like I said, you stopped in the portion where Sharla is rescuing her brother, who thankfully fucks off for almost the rest of the game, and you don't really have to talk to him if you don't want to.
Nice.
Because he's kind of annoying and kind of a twat, and I think even the writers of Xenoblade realize that. No, he reestablishes Colony 6, and so like it's a side quest to like rebuild it, and if you do, you get like certain bonuses and stuff.
I mean, really, I just want to get to Xenoblade 2 as fast as possible, so
Yes,
I'm probably just gonna try
and
to
I already
speed.
told you, and Xenoblade 2 is amazing, but play Xenoblade 1 first. And I also still put Xenoblade 1 in my top RPGs ever, because it's I don't want to get into why. It's really just something you have to experience, and like I said, you stopped at the least interesting portion of the game, because you didn't even go into the mine yet, did you?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so then yeah, even just getting to the mine gives you a reason to go forward.
Oh.
So, and you're right at the mine.
Shit. Well, that was where I stopped on the Wii, so I'm gonna have to get back up to that point.
Yeah. Well, I also think just not playing on the Wii is gonna treat you better because
I'm already liking that more.
Yeah, because the Switch version is so much better. Like it loses a little bit of the charm the Wii version had. Specifically, like the characters are not quite as anime-y, but it's still very good. And the Wii did the best it could with that game. There's nothing they could do with that game. They crammed as much as they possibly could into that Wii disc.
I mean, it was a game changer when it came out. People were talking about how it would revolutionize. It kind of did revolutionize the way Japanese RPGs were going to work because he went with the Western style.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a couple instances of that. Like
getting through these in fucking 30 seconds instead of a minute and a half.
I don't know if Breath of the Wild happens without Xenoblade. For a couple different reasons. One, because Monolith Soft helped Nintendo build the open world, which they used for Xenoblade.
Oh my god, those birds attack lightning.
And two, there's just so much of like every little nook and cranny. There's something to explore in it, and that is why I fell in love with Xenoblade as well. Because I just love an exploration, and it never felt like work to go check out what's over here and stuff like that. I do think when they drop you into the Gower Plain, which is where you stopped at, it's a little bit too big at the moment. So like you're kind of better off just following the story until you get out of the Gower Plain, and then you can go back and explore the Gower Plain all you want. Because like I said, I
said spoilers. I won't.
I mean that's not really a big spoiler. It's just more to the point that that's where the story drags the most is until events happen in the mine, and then you have some reason like you after the mine you have an enemy that drives you forward for the next bit of the story.
It's not just Shulk and the Monado.
No, it's not a Shulk and the Monado.
Well, I mean there is like a wholesale slaughter kickoff in the origin town. Also, what happens in Xenogears.
There is, but at the beginning you have an enemy that doesn't really talk or doesn't really you don't really understand what their motivations are. They're just this unseen force, which I kind of feel like I understand why, and you'll understand why once you dive into it. But I still feel like it in the early stages, like you have a little bit of momentum carrying from like the first hour when bad stuff happens, when the town gets ravaged effectively, and then you go through the cave, and it's like you have a little bit of a moment where you see that Shulk can see the future, and you kind of have him piecing out what that means. But then after that point, it just kind of stops for a little bit. Because then you just kind of like, well, what am I fighting for here, effectively? I know I want to wipe out the Mechon, but what am I doing?
Heal lightning, heal lightning, heal lightning, Jesus.
Okay, there you go. You're fine.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and you get a little bit of that. Like, you get a lot of the world building in the opening.
Yes, and you get world building throughout the entire thing, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
And the way the story paces itself out is very good. The problem is just, at that moment, you're waiting for the next story beat to drop, and it just hasn't dropped by that point yet. But you were very close.
At any point, does it turn out that Shulk was the one that killed everybody in the opening village?
Well, no, the answer is no to that. Actually,
because that's how Xenogears opens. Turns out the main character fucking slaughtered everyone when he blacked out, which is hilarious to find out.
That is good.
That's not what I wanted to do. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything to that effect.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure there'll be like twists.
There are at least 3 or 4 twists in this game that are among the best twists I've ever seen in video games ever executed.
Oh.
So, certainly as you get towards various stages in the story, you'll understand what I'm referring to. But I'd say the story is very,
the
very...
Mechon were people all along?
No, that's not the twist. They're robots.
Because Xenogears has, for no apparent reason, directly rips off of Soylent Green, and you go to a floating, like a super advanced, like floating town in the sky.
There's one of those
for
in this
no
game.
real reason, when you go through a factory, you find out that the entire food source is actually people that everyone's eating. No reason. No, it doesn't affect the wider plot. It barely affects the localized plot in that town. You just happen to walk through this fucking factory and find that out. And it's like, what the fuck?
I will say there's not that moment in this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the story's a little bit tighter.
The story is way tighter. The story is among the best RPG stories that you'll ever see. This is not, though, by the way. This is boring and bad.
Oh my god. Just not at the good parts.
Well, I mean, you know, much like how Xenoblade has a slow crawl in the middle of the game. Unfortunately, this slow crawl lasts 30 hours.
Well,
we're good.
No, wait. How old is he? Does it say? No, I'm not about to go into the data.
It's an anime, so he's 6,000 years old.
I mean, he's probably like fucking 12 or something ridiculous.
No,
like
he's
that.
6,000. That's how it works. There are no 12-year-olds in anime. I know this.
That wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is in fucking the third game. He gets his teenage form. He looks really competent. He's like a researcher. He's smart. He's got confidence.
On the record, I couldn't see over the thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He's smart, he's got confidence, and then in the third game they turn him back into a kid because reasons.
Fuck it, doesn't matter. At that point, we got all the money. We got all your money. Who cares what the story is at that point?
Yeah,
Oh, boss time. Excellent. Good thing you did all your leveling up here, then.
Did I save? Oh, it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't really, because you can just restart the fight.
Unless we get caught in a fucking bush or a tree or something.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's going to happen that way. I would not say that Cthulhu Saves Christmas is a better game necessarily. I mean, it is, but not for that reason. Certainly we ran into some bugs, and certainly there are some things... I personally think the menus are kind of poor. Like, they might make you accidentally get out of the game when you don't want to do it. Instead of saving.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. I think that's a problem here. The Dreadnought, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of a generic name, but that's okay.
Steam Clean.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna waste time doing that.
Yeah, I think he heals himself though, doesn't he?
I believe Steam Clean gets rid of the debuffs.
Oh,
yeah.
debuffs. Okay, so that doesn't matter.
I am
then.
absolutely down for him wasting
Time
over
not
a
killing
quarter
you.
of his life. Yeah, trying
Yeah.
to remove those. So
Yeah, I thought for sure I killed him, but I guess I'm wrong. Maybe you're thinking of something else.
I think they do at some point.
I'm sure I am. I'm sure because there's a lot of overlap with like Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy 13 like enemy types. I feel like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of synergy there.
Yeah, I mean all of them have the overlaps.
Yeah.
I don't think a Malboro ever shows up in this game. No, yeah, they do.
Well, obviously there's like standard enemy types.
Okay, see, this
that-
was why I wanted. Oh, I thought it froze. I was like,
I mean, you're right to think that. Okay, round 2. That's yeah, or not, or just separate the party,
hey, fuck off, boy.
or separate the party and continue the boss fight, but with less characters, or not.
I mean, you guys did just fall 30 feet, so you really are goners.
Yeah, I mean, you take was it 3d6 of falling damage? I think that's the answer.
Yeah, and if you're an NPC, that would kill you straight.
And basically
fuck off
would,
with
yeah.
that.
It wants you to do particular things that you just don't want to do.
I'd like to not lose all of my damn.
I mean, that's fair. That's totally fair. Yeah. Yeah, I will say the only thing that... I mean, this is just hindsight. The only thing I don't care as much for in Xenoblade 1 is the combat system. If only
the
because...
sort of more detached walk-around system.
If only because X and X2 do it so much better. By which, I mean, they still have that portion of it, and they still have, like, the not real-time, but kind of real-time combat.
Oh shit.
But X and X2, all the systems have way more synergy with each other. That, one is just the template of figuring out what that looks like. But I mean, it's still, like, there's still moments that are kind of... I mean, honestly, moments that are kind of like this, where you're just cycling through menus and stuff. And just constantly, like, switching around your combat style and stuff. I mean, there's a little bit of everything there. Why are you staggering Vanille? I don't know.
Vanille's fine. We're just flipping back over. I'm
Yeah.
trying to always have a debuff on him because then he'll just waste time trying to clean it off.
It's probably the best way to do it, actually. Because that way he's not spending time murdering you with that giant flaming thing.
Yeah, that giant ball he fires out of his torso area.
Well, now just go straight up and murder him as best you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. 420.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna die.
He sure is. I'm 420. Hitler's
Oh,
birthday.
he's staggered, but he's still attacking.
Oh, that's not good.
I forgot some bosses would do that. Probably most bosses do.
I would imagine most bosses do it, or they have a very small stagger gauge. The fact that his is going so low is,
Yeah.
you know, yeah. Boy, Steam Clean really is a shitty thing he's doing.
I know. It's so hilarious.
It really is kind of just a bad boss design whatsoever. I guess he is a cleaning robot. 4 stars.
Cleaning
bent.
robot. Oh my god.
Well, he's a cleaning robot.
I got the Omni kit. I also picked up a garage.
You got a garage?
I did.
Oh, damn! Your
Lightning is
Crystarium is expended.
Lightning is never going to use that role.
Sass could have used Commando
I
at any
could've
point in the
been using
last half
Commando
hour, but you know,
so
whatever.
much.
It's crawling with things like that, isn't it?
It's not.
Not even the Corps has access to intel on Pulse. Soldiers in the field fight blind.
Yeah, I noticed that. But don't you need to know what
When?
you're up against?
Sure,
It's a target.
that's fair. That's fair. Just murder things.
I stick
It's
to
fun that Lightning's a soldier, but also like they don't really have wars.
As long as you have a goal, you can fight.
You can stay alive.
Sorry, I had to dub him over as
I
Australian.
mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
happening every time he talks now, because that's the only way I can stomach anything he's fucking saying. Oh look, you have access to things you could have used 20 hours ago.
Oh, that's
no,
right.
I'm
We're
sorry.
done.
It's
We
only
got
been
knocked
5
down.
hours. Why the fuck has it only been 5 hours we've been playing this game? Okay.
You want me to go read all the data log entries on the bad guys we fought?
Oh, I'd love nothing more. No.
Well, I'm not going to.
That's fair. That's fair. If you want to read them, may I suggest using your eyes and buying a PS3 and buying this game. It's very cheap. It's also a very bad game, and you can find copies of it everywhere because everybody threw theirs away.
That's not true. This
Much
is one
like
of the
much
most
like the
popular
much
Final
like the
Fantasy
ET
games ever.
landfill in somewhere in Japan there is a there's not a landfill, but there's basically like a giant hole that everybody just threw their copies of Final Fantasy 13 into. It's like an urban place where people go to and stuff.
This is just false. Final Fantasy 13 did very
It turns
well.
out it's in the Shibuya tower that you see in like most anime games. They just buried it in front of the tower. It's weird. Anyway, but
that's
you
where
could
I'd bury
definitely go take a shovel. You can definitely go dig up around Shibuya, and you might actually find copies of the game. True story. Well, especially
I'm going to be
because you also
replacing
get,
these anyways.
especially because you also get new weapons and stuff too that are more
Yeah,
powerful
it's
than
really
your other
not going to
weapons.
be worth it until we get down to the...
Yeah, there's really no reason to do it.
Until we get down later. I mean, all of the weapons eventually become, like, you can choose from any of them. They all have different specialties,
Right.
depending on what you want to do. Like, if you want to go for a magic heavy weapon for...
Yeah, but your early game weapons are not going to do that. What's all that goo? Is that?
That's a dead person.
Okay, cool.
Or it's a cannon.
You say it's candy?
No.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
cannon. It's a giant fucking... Oh, it's a spaceship.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder if this is supposed to be a metaphor.
Hard to picture a happy ending.
We don't even know where to go.
Well, she seems happy at least.
I do. There.
Eden? The sanctum seat of power.
Oh, boy.
Oh, dang.
Just charge right in there. Give him a taste of Lassie.
Burn down the government. Exactly.
I mean, that's where we're going to get our answers.
It's true.
Saz is not having that.
It's die or turn Seath. There's no place for Lassie to hide. No. They want to fight. Let's take it to the Sanctum's door.
This isn't a game.
No. That's
Yeah,
what
the way they kind of, like, double down
started
on
with Sarah.
Yeah.
the whole Lassie, Falsey story setting stuff makes it real hard to kind of relate to what's going on.
Or just don't have them be names that are almost identical to each other.
Falsey.
Yeah,
Lassie and Falsey is,
Sustainer,
Yeah.
guiding light.
like I get it. I understand what's happening, but that doesn't make it.
ooh, wait, this is where she's deciding to go kill the gods.
They're all the same.
Well, she wants to kill the government first.
Expendable.
Well,
I guess
here
kill
it's
the
the
government.
same.
Kill the government first, and then gods. That's fair. That's a responsible action to take.
What are you gonna do?
She just said she doesn't want to live as a Falsey slave. And the Falsey are made as god analogs.
Yeah, basically.
So she's going to go kill, this is where we go kill the
And she'll
gods.
use the power of friendship to accomplish that, as in all Japanese RPGs. Although, in fairness,
I don't
that's,
think she uses friendship this time around.
in fairness, that's also Xenoblade too. So I also can't say anything terrible about that.
No! What about Sarah? She said to save Cocoon. It might even be our focus to make sure Cocoon's...
Our focus doesn't matter. I don't take orders from Falsey.
This is why she's the best character.
I mean, she's the only character with any kind of real emotional depth to her.
How you die?
All right, so remember that this is her whole character arc, right? Or whole thrust of her character right now is
Your path.
This is the
fuck
only,
everyone.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
And
But she
strike
learns
out
to
against
play,
God.
But she does learn to play well with others.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that what is her character arc change then?
I mean, it doesn't happen. She doesn't go through Joseph Campbell's story circle in any capacity.
She's gonna go through something. She might actually. This guy is pretty. Oh no, wait, this isn't the
Next
same.
time we
Yeah, I don't think she does. I think if anybody does, Hope does.
Yeah, he's got the much more generic one.
Yeah, but also Hope is
so-
also inherently more boring, maybe just because he sticks with the standard story circle.
reaching out to us. But none
And
of
then
us
I don't know how you explain what the fuck Vanille is. Is she the goddess? Is she with the meaning of the goddess?
Hers
Sorry.
is more about family. Her and Fang.
Snow deserves it. Crikey. Anyway,
none of us ever would have...
well, Snow certainly goes through the hero's journey too, kind of.
I don't know what I should do.
Although Snow's kind of more cocky the entire time.
Yeah, I mean he has some ups and downs, but
Yeah.
hey,
I
She
mean,
almost just killed Saz.
Saz absolutely has refusal to call down, but I mean, beyond that, yeah, I don't know. It could just be that it's impossible to figure out because it's actual bullshit. White for
Oh,
me.
see, this is where she sighs like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I have to babysit this kid who can't do much of anything.
I'm going with you.
I'm going with ya.
I can't babysit you anymore.
Oh, there you go, exact words.
I can't fight. I'm not afraid. That's not being afraid. This is being afraid.
Oh, and suddenly soldiers.
Yeah, it's probably all Hope's fault.
A SciComm hit squad.
That's odd.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
no
and they
going
had
back
explosives
now.
already.
Yeah. See, I would have used the explosions on them when they were actually in that area, but
Right?
that's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me. I understand that that's a poor gameplay thing, but I mean, it's
All right, let's see
sometimes games should rely on common sense. Oh, do the version where they're both medics for me, please. That'd be great.
Is that an option on it?
It's an option on your paradigms.
Oh lord. Oh my god. Okay, I think we have to go and
You might
get
have
taken
to.
down. This seems like a loss. I mean, no, this seems like a lose situation. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, it's one
I
of
can
those
survive.
auto-scripted, like you're gonna lose, possibly.
Because they are just.
Well, I think if you take down one and then switch back to double medics and stuff, and then keep just picking them off that way. Unfortunately, now you gotta heal the useless one on your team. So it's like I feel like you gotta heal up to full and then switch over and then keep switching back. I think it's the answer. I mean, certainly there will be a wave of enemies afterwards that'll be just like, oh, hey, we weren't all in the fight, but now we outnumber you. Suck my ass.
Okay, alright, we are getting this now.
Yeah, exactly. I think just when they throw so many things at you at once, it can
Why
be
is there not one
overwhelming.
that's like one medic and one. Why would they not give me that option?
Apparently,
Medic
they want
commando.
you to have double medics. I mean, it's dumb and stupid.
Well, whatever, we killed him.
Indeed.
I was worried for a second there. Then.
Yeah. Well, I think the answer is literally just using the two medics helps you because you were so outnumbered in that fight.
Rat bastards.
Yeah, I think that's probably the answer. No
Wow.
rating. You suck.
No stars. I
You,
see
you
how it is,
suck.
game.
Yeah, exactly. Way to go, Uber driver. Yeah. Oh, you actually are all done with them. You actually murdered them all.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, that's usually not how it goes. Really? Thanks.
She looks pissed for some reason.
It's something like Australia.
Fair.
Yeah. Also, there's a fire and explosion and stuff, and it's like, oh, we can't go back that way. I guess.
Why are we